appears that global food prices are skyrocketing. You know, surprise, surprise. This is something that people who are in the know have been worried about and have been talking about for a little while. The idea that we're going to see these massive shortages of food and massive escalations of the prices of commodities. Let's take a look at this news report on the subject.
If you've noticed your grocery bill going up, there's a reason. Global food prices have now hit an all-time high. You may recall rising prices helped fuel the protests in North Africa and parts of the Middle East. Ironically, the protests themselves are now making a bad problem worse. Chris Brown explains.
Get ready to pay more for your pastries and chip in extra for your croissants. The price of Canadian groceries is going up.
And it would definitely change the way that I shop. I'd have to buy a lot more green peppers rather than red peppers.
Hi, I'm Galen Weston with another small way to help the planet.
Food producer giant George Weston Limited, which owns Loblaws, said today many prices will increase by 5% starting April 1st. The cost of food, says the UN, was at a record high last month. The organization's food price index rose 2.2% in February, and since the fall, the cost of key commodities has soared. Cereals, which includes grains and rice, are up 19% since September. Dairy products are up 16%, sugars up 31%, and vegetable oils up a whopping 41%. Blame a growing middle class in India and China that's eating more, along with bad weather.
Well, there's a less amount of grains in the world than there was last year. We had some weather problems out west where the predominant amount of cereals are grown in this great country.
The turmoil in North Africa and the Middle East means oil is more expensive, and that in turn drives up food prices by increasing delivery and production costs. It also becomes more attractive to use crops for fuel rather than to feed people.
When the oil prices are very high, there is definitely more incentive to produce more biofuels, and that means using more food crops to produce them.
North America is spared somewhat because grains make up a smaller portion of food costs here. Still, expect pretty much everything you eat to get more expensive.
I think we're stuck with fairly high commodity prices for the next several months or most of this year before you get any significant supply response.
Of course, in Canada, a jump in food prices is unlikely to lead to riots. Not so elsewhere. In Tunisia, it provided the spark for the uprisings that spread through the Arab world. And as food prices continue to surge, the worry is, so will the unrest. Chris Brown, CBC News, Vancouver.
So as we can see from these graphs behind me, corn has gone up 97.87% in 1 year. Soybeans are skyrocketing 49%. Wheat has gone up 63% over the year. Cocoa is going up. Coffee is going up. Everything is going up. And it's not going to stop, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to keep going. So unless you want to be ass out, not able to afford food, stuck in some kind of crazy situation where you have to, start hoarding food or start battling your frigging neighbors for the leftovers at the frigging local food bank, I would recommend that you start making some plans to live in a nice country area where you can grow your own food. Or at least, look into getting a greenhouse or something, or you can prepare yourself. But, I mean, if there's riots and huge turbulent changes as a result of this, I wouldn't want to live in an inner city area for all the gold in China, It'd definitely be a good idea to get out of inner city areas and get into somewhere out in the country where you can have some kind of like co-op together with people, or you can grow your own food, or have some kind of economic commune or something, or excuse me, not economic, but have some kind of ecological commune, ecological and food growing commune. Look into permaculture. But this is serious. You know, we can't just keep relying on the system to feed us. Because, you know, one, they're already feeding us crap. Two, they lie about what they're feeding us. They feed us a bunch of poison, disease shit all the time. You know, food is always getting recalled. And what about the stuff that we don't even hear about? You know, there's plenty of reasons for not buying all of this globalist produced nonsense, and for bringing the system back to a local way of doing things. And there's really no reason for remaining on the present system. So if you're smart, you'll look into that.